Hello and welcome to Computer Science 1213, Introduction to Computing. I'm your instructor, Chris Rule, and this is an introduction to the course. When you click on the class from MyRSU, a new window opens showing the At a Glance page. That's the same thing that appears if you click on this At a Glance option over on the left. It shows what's currently due, next due date, reading assignment, 8/22, that's next week. Install Alice software. And I'm probably going to change the date on that, make it much sooner, because you need it right away. If there's announcements, they'll show up here. And if you have a grade, it'll show your grade there, and you can see what your individual grades are, clicking this. So a lot of information on the At a Glance page. The current unit is shown down here. And then more information below that. So let's go to the next one down. Start Here. Has some good information on it. It has Meet Your Professor, which is me. It gives my office location in Harrington Hall, 119. This is my office phone number. And most importantly, this is my email address, cruhl@rsu.edu. Please use that to contact me. It's the best way. Sometimes I'm at home. Maybe you're working on your project at night. You have a problem. I'm not at the office. So send me an email. Talks a little bit about my teaching philosophy. And then there's a list of some menu choices found on the left side of the screen that we need to talk about. First one is announcements. And if you click on that, it says there are no announcements right now. You can subscribe to the announcements, and you should do that. That's in the pre-course section. So you can get announcements other places besides right here, but they will show up right here. And you can look at old announcements, and current announcements right here. Any changes to the course, any changes to an assignment, this is where I'm going to put them. So be sure you stay up on this and subscribe to it so you get announcements other places. If we go back to Start Here, the next one is coursework. Coursework is a list of the things that are due each week and for the whole semester. So in the pre-course, there's two things: subscribing to announcements we just mentioned, and install install Alice software. We use version 3.4.0.0. If you use a different version, you won't get credit because I can't open your program. I use 3.4.0.0, and if you use a newer version, I can't open it. So if you click on this assignment, then you get a new screen. Scroll down. There's two links. There's a link for Windows and a link for a Mac. These are installation files that you can use to install the correct version. Notice it's 3.4.0.0 on both of them. To install the correct version on your personal computer. If you use a student lab, there's one in Harrington Hall, there's one in Bartlesville, one in Pryor. This version of Alice is installed in all those labs. So you can use those places if you want. If you're working on your own computer, you can install Alice for free. It's a safe installation from these two links. You don't have to go out to a website or anything else. So do that. And this is for a grade. It didn't used to be for a grade, but I was one short on homework, so I thought, okay, well, if they get the right version of Alice installed, I'll give them a homework grade. More about that later. So then if we go back to the Start Here, look at the next one. That is forums. Now there's an option for forums over here But if we go back to coursework and look at the first week, the first thing, it says forum. And it opens on Monday, the 17th of August, and it's due by Saturday. And this is for a grade, included in final grade. So be sure and do these each week. There's some guidelines to go with. You address the topic. The first topic is to introduce yourself. You have to respond to 2 other people to get full credit for the forum. And it's a grade each week. All right. Now if we go back to the start here, the next item is course resources. It says files and videos that could be helpful. So let's go down to find course resources, click on that. And you've got project outline document. Now this document is a Word document. You will turn this in filled out at the end of the semester, and it gives you the guidelines for your semester project that you have. And then further down there are PowerPoints. Most of them are PowerPoints. That's a zipped Alice file. Yeah, that's PowerPoint. Most of these are PowerPoints, and I left them in there from previous semesters. There's no grade for them or anything, but it might have information to help you understand what's going on from week to week. So they're in there for reference for you to use. Now notice over here on the left, when I clicked on course resources, there was a down arrow. If I click that, we're in handouts right now. It says handouts right there. And then there's one called bookmarks. So clicking on bookmarks, there's a title, and it stands for Computer Science 1213 YouTube Videos of Programs. So each week, starting with the first week, you will have to do an Alice program. You'll write one. And there are 13 listed here. The 14th would be your project. But for example, if you click on this link or click on this visit bar, it will show you a video of what your final product from Alice should be similar to. It won't be exact, but it shows you how it's supposed to run, which is always helpful. And I've got one on there for each one of the homework assignments that you have. So you can look at that. I'm not going to run it for you. I want you to go over there and find the bookmarks and run one. That's under bookmarks. The other things are under handouts. Handouts and bookmarks. Pretty important. Now we go back to start here. The next thing is gradebook. So if you click on the gradebook, right here where this blue box is, you will see your current grade. Well, there's no grade yet, so there's no grade. But here's what's graded. We have 14% of your grade is for the forums. That counts as attendance. So for some reason, we don't meet on campus. You can still get your attendance grade by doing the forums. All right, so that's that. We have 2 exams, 10% each, because there's 2 of them, and it's 20% total. We have homework assignments, which are all these projects plus installing Alice. It's 35% of your grade, 14 assignments, 25 points each. We have a project, it's 100 points, which is 10% of your grade. And then we have 14 quizzes. So I was 1 quiz short and 1 homework short, so I put the syllabus quiz as a quiz instead of extra credit, which is really good because it's easy. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. And then we have installing the Alice software, which is easy and required, which wasn't for any grade, but now it's a homework grade. So that'll get you off to a good start for the class. All right, now if we go back to start here, look under this how to get started. Under the gradebook it says be sure and read the syllabus and take the syllabus quiz. And then there's some other stuff under that. All right. So let's go look at the syllabus, since it mentioned it. Here's the syllabus. If you printed it out, it'd be about 12 pages. So don't print it unless you absolutely have to. Here's information about me. Here's my email address again. Be sure and use that quite often if you need to. Here's my office, Harrington Hall 119. Here's my office hours. What this means is, unless something serious comes up, I will be in my office during these times. I might be changing Tuesday, Thursday. If I do, I'll change it on here. So you'll want to check this before you come by. Just make sure. And the office hours will be posted on my door as well. Class goes from August 17th to December 11th. Last day to drop is August 21st, next Friday, the 21st of August. That's, if you drop the class, then you can get your money back. At least most of it. I don't know if you get it all back or not. Last day to withdraw is November 13th. That's the date you can get out of the class if you're not doing well and not have a bad grade on your transcript. They just put a W on there if you don't want it to affect your grade point average. You have to have had or are taking IT 1411, which is only offered online, and this semester it's offered in an 8-week format. So there's a lot to do because 16 weeks got pushed into 8. So if you're taking that, you've got some significant work doing there. I also teach it. The book you need is by Joel Adams. There's the cover of the book, Alice 3 in Action. Ebooks are usually available. Hard copies should be available. This is the book we're using. You need one ASAP. So I'll be lecturing. There will be videos. I have office hours. You can use email. There's a lot of ways to get help. Also, let me mention, if you search YouTube, there's a lot of Alice YouTubes out there, which might be helpful. And you might also find some help on the Java worksheets. Yes, I said Java worksheets. Out on YouTube as well. Now here's a summary of what's graded. The threaded discussions are the forums. Then we have quizzes, 15 points apiece. The forums are 10, quizzes are 15. The homework assignments are 25. The 3 evaluations here, assessments, are 100 points each. And it gives a total of 1,000 points. So that's why I added that syllabus quiz and installing of Alice. Just to keep my numbers nice. Gives us a nice 1,000 points, 100%. Makes it real easy. Attendance is from the forums. I'll do the grades as quick as I can. I teach 7 classes this fall, which is quite a bit. Have a lot of students. I'll get the grades in as quick as I can. There will be no makeup assignments or quizzes or late work accepted without a serious and compelling reason and instructor approval. Basically, it's my call. Here is a schedule of all the things that's going on this semester in this class, with dates, due dates. They're all listed right here. And if you look at this thing, except for the first week where the syllabus quiz is included, that's the difference in the first week, they all have 5 items. Most of them have 5 items. So starting with week 2 looks like week 3, looks like week 4, looks like 5, looks like 6, looks like 7, looks like 8, where you have a forum, a reading assignment. Please read the book. It's very helpful. A worksheet and a quiz based on that worksheet. And then the homework. Now notice on the worksheet, there are no points. There's no points on the reading or the worksheet. The points each week come from the forum, the quiz, and the homework. If you don't do the worksheet and take the quiz, you probably won't do very well. In the middle of the semester, we have a midterm exam. There's also a forum that week. There's no worksheet or quiz that week. And the homework assignment is not at the end of a chapter, it's inside the chapter. That's the difference on this middle part. You also have 10 days. Did you notice this? I might need to change that date. Yeah. All right. Well, you don't. You have 6 days. Sorry, 7. 18th, 24th. Here it is. So Unit 8 ends on the 10th. Unit 9, I might open this up earlier. We'll have to check the coursework on that. I think it's different on the coursework page than it shows here. We'll take a look. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 look the same, with the exception of the project. The homework on Unit 14 is to turn in your semester project. There's not a separate little one to do. This is your big one. And then the last unit is the final exam. Now, if you print this, then you can use these boxes and check off what you've done to keep track of what you have left to do and what you've already accomplished during the semester. It's not very long. Now, you don't have to print the whole syllabus, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. All right, we have policy statements, communication with each other, ADA. If you have a need for this, please look at the syllabus and use the contact information, email, phone number, or room location in Carolyn Taylor Center to get help with that and get a letter created. You can probably do it over the phone or by email. Academic integrity, I check everything, don't cheat. Withdrawal information's at the top of the syllabus. Don't violate copyrights. All right, so this is different. Our exams will not be proctored. I'll be changing this right here. This is old stuff. We have 2 exams. We have midterm and final, and they will not be proctored. And I will be adjusting the syllabus to reflect that in this area. Okay, so you'll be able to take your exam at home on your personal computer or in the lab, computer lab, or wherever you can open up My RSU. You'll be able to take the exam. More about that as it gets closer. Okay, so let's scroll back up here. And so on the syllabus, there's this little drop-down arrow. We saw one of these earlier with the course resources. If I click that and I go to course schedule, that's the only thing that shows up on the screen. It's just the course schedule. And then right here, there's an icon of a printer. So you could click that and then print your course schedule. Wherever you happen to be, you can do it in the lab or at home. You can make a PDF out of it. Looks like that's all I can do right now, so I'm going to cancel that. So you can print just the schedule, is my point, and then use these check boxes to check off what you've done. All right, there's a roster here. You can find all the other people in your group. You can email them individually if you need to. There's a way to get Office 365 for free. If you click on that link, and that's about all I have. So if you have any questions about the structure of the class, please send me an email, and we look forward to communicating with you soon. Thank you very much.